On the other side of the aisle. So joining me now is Democratic strategist Jason Nichols. Jason, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I want to pick up where we left off with Governor Huckabee. You know, the polling I've seen saying the number one issue going into the election prior to this week is immigration. And so, you know, yesterday we ran stories about a person who is supposedly with his wife going to the hospital, but ICE picked her up, and then they ran all these stories about how heartless ICE was, but it ends up that he was just wanted for murder, and that the Mexican government wanted us to detain him. Here today we have the allegation of the murder by an illegal immigrant, again an allegation of a young woman who's going in to be a junior in Iowa. How is this not an issue? And how is it that Democrats think that they can actually take the positions that they have on immigration and win?
Well, I don't think anyone says that this is not an issue. And really quickly, I just want to send my heartfelt condolences out to the Tibbet family and also to the University of Iowa. I'm at the University of Maryland, and we've had some recent high-profile deaths. And, you know, I've had students who have passed away, so I want to send my condolences to that entire community. I don't think Democrats are saying that immigration is not an issue. And as a matter of fact, many are saying that this is a major issue and that we need comprehensive immigration reform. This is something that you, as a member of Congress or former member of Congress, know that both sides of the aisle agree that this is a major issue. We just don't agree on how to fix it. We don't think that separating families was the way to go about it. We don't think that some of the cruel policies that Donald Trump has promoted.
Donald Trump didn't think that we should be separating families either. That was something that started in the Obama administration, and Donald Trump fixed it.
Oh, come on, Jason.
That's true, factually.
That's absolutely untrue. You know that
yes, I do know. I was on the immigration subcommittee and the Judiciary Committee, and I sat there and listened to the Democrats on this issue.
No, I understand, Jason. And catch and release was the Obama policy.
Yes.
You might say that was flawed.
Yes,
and the separation of families, zero tolerance, was the Trump policy. So the separation of families was a Trump policy. We can't.
Was it an Obama policy? Yet you know it was.
The separation of families was not a Trump. Was not a.
You're
Obama
telling me
policy.
that those pictures were not under Barack Obama's.
And this sounds a lot like whataboutism. You're better than that, Jason.
No, facts will prove that you're wrong on that one. But keep going, Jason. I like you. Keep going. And let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
Democrats are advocating, some big people like Kristen Gillibrand and Senator Warren are advocating the abolishment of ICE. I have never seen a national party win an election by advocating getting rid of law enforcement and trying to demonize them as if they're doing something wrong other than enforcing the law. How is that a winning issue for Democrats?
Well, I think, again, this is oftentimes misunderstood. I think what people are calling for when they say the abolition of ICE, they're talking about restructuring ICE. We think that ICE definitely does a great job when they're catching cyber criminals and catching child pornographers and doing many of the jobs that they do. We know that many of them actually, I think it was 19 members of ICE said, hey, we want to focus on those important jobs, not on separating families and doing some of the other things that we've seen.
You are so conflating the issue. ICE does not detain those people.
No, it's Border Patrol.
They don't. Right. When people come across the border illegally, they don't necessarily go into ICE detention.
No.
It's Homeland. Jason, we got to keep going, but you're getting your facts wrong on this one.
You're misunderstanding what it is that I'm saying. Of course, we know ICE is not responsible for border enforcement. That's CBP, excuse me, Border Patrol. What I'm saying is that ICE does, in the community that I used to live in, and many years ago, they used to actually, do raids and all kinds of things and separate hardworking families. And so one of the things that we're saying is that we need to restructure this particular law enforcement agency just because ICE is a relatively new agency, as a matter of fact.
That the Democrats helped create, by the way.
Absolutely.
And they're enforcing laws that Democrats voted and supported for. Jason, I wish I could keep going with you because I love these kinds of debates, and I know you believe wholeheartedly in what you're saying, and I hope we have you back on this program again. But I've got to keep moving on, so thank you, Jason,
I believe it because it's truth. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.